What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to share with you a technique that will help with the productivity of your game engine. So let's start right now. Alright guys, so one of the issues that you may have as you develop your game engine is that you will realize that working with shaders is not as intuitive as you have hoped for. Working with shaders is a completely different beast, and it requires a different mindset. So what's going to happen is that as you develop your rendering engine and you need to apply different shaders for different type of entities, you will be doing the following. You will be running your engine, realizing that your shader is not doing what it's supposed to do, then stopping the engine, making some small changes in your shader, in your shaders, and then running the engine, well, building the engine again, running it, realizing that that change did not help, and you will be doing that over and over again, building it, running it, stopping it, building, and that will eat up a lot of your precious time that you may not have. Now, luckily for you, there's this really cool technique called hot reloading of shaders that will allow you to apply the changes in your shaders automatically without you having to stop your game engine. And I'm sure you have seen this whenever you have worked with a shader toy. If you haven't, please go there right now and just do some changes in the shaders, and you will see the changes apply automatically to the screen. Now guess what, you can actually do this to your game engine as well. It's actually very simple, and I do not know why I didn't do this in the beginning. Well, I do know because I didn't know about it, but I'm here to share with you that you should do it because it will help your productivity. Now, again, to do this is actually very simple, and if you have already implemented the shaders main functions such as compiling and linking it to your pipeline, you are ready to go. You just need to add some minor details, minor changes into those functions, and you are set to go. So let me share with you visually how everything works. All right, so let me bring up my my PowerPoint presentation here that I like to do. All right, so here, okay, I have the rendering pipeline, and as you know by now, the pipeline has shaders, has the vertex shaders and fragment shader, right? What you are going to be doing when you do hot reloading is that you are going to be changing these shaders. But now, how do you do it? Well, there's this process that you need to follow. All right. Number one is that you are going to obviously write your shaders, right? Here I have my new vertex shader, .txt, and new fragment shader, right? What you do is that you are going to read those shaders with an IOStream function, right? In this case, IOStream, to read the files. And what I do in my game engine is that I create some temporary shaders, right? And I basically read the data into these temporary shaders. Now, once I know that these shaders have been successfully compiled, that is, there's no errors, I go ahead and create a temporary pipeline and link these new temporary shaders into the pipeline, right? Then what I do next is that I make sure that the temporary pipeline was created successfully. And if it was created successfully, I swapped it with my previous original pipeline, and at that moment the GPU will basically apply the new changes in the shaders, and you will be able to see your new shaders applied right away. Now, why do I do it this way? Why do I do the swapping from my temporary pipeline and with my previous one? Well, why I do that is because I want to make sure that there's no hiccups in the GPU, because I probably, most likely you will make an error with your shaders, typo or something, and you want only the correct pipeline to be applied to your GPU. If there's a mistake with your pipeline, then the engine should just keep going, working as usual, because no changes were really applied. So that's why I do it. Now, let me show you how I do this in code. All right, so the function that I use in my game engine to implement the hot reloading is called funnily enough, had reloaded shaders. And what I do is basically read the files using the ifstream function. Once I have that data, I basically load the content into a string variable called shader content. All right. So then what I do with this is that I use this information to create a temporary library. A library in Metal basically holds your vertex and fragment functions. Now, if everything was compiled successfully, I go ahead and create my temporary pipeline. But before I do that, I make sure to create my temporary vertex and fragment programs as I'm showing you here, right? So basically I create my temporary vertex and fragment using my temporary library data. Once I have that all set, I go ahead and create my temporary pipeline using the data from my library. If the temporary pipeline was successfully created, then I do the swapping as I mentioned before. Here's where I basically change the pipelines and where I also update my vertex and my fragment shaders. At this point, the changes in my shaders will be applied and will be shown on the screen. That's basically how I do it in my game engine. Again, this is very simple and very straightforward to do. Now, what to do if you are using OpenGL or Vulkan? How do you do this? Well, there's this nice article that I'm going to share with you in the description below by Anton, that will basically show you how to do the hot reloading of shaders in your engine. He basically goes step by step how to do this. And again, guys, it's super simple. I recommend you guys to apply this into your engine. I wish I would have done this when I started, because it would have helped me with my productivity tremendously. So please do so. All right, guys, this is basically all what I wanted to share with you. I hope you like this video. If you did, please click that like button. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also join my Discord server. We have plenty of indie game engine developers who are also developing their game engines, and they're very knowledgeable and very helpful as well. All right, guys, I hope you like this video again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.